Hey Indies, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to create your own bias tape for any gown or garment that you're working on. Now what I did, I took an 1.5-inch strip of the fabric, the base fabric that I'm using. Now I'm doing a gown for my client, so I am doing the yellow bias tape on the outside of the mesh, which is her skin tone, okay? And I'm going to show you guys a little later what that process looks like. Now, the length of your bias tape is going to vary based on what it is that you are doing or working on. So I am using my commercial sewing machine, and what I'm going to do right here is just go ahead and connect the right side to right side and sew at 1/4 inch. Now, you can choose to pin this from the top to the bottom. It is completely up to you. I do pretty good managing my fabric for the most part without pins, so it's a little easier. But if you want to make sure you get a perfect line, make sure you pin it from the top to the bottom. Now, my bias tape is a little bit longer. I find that it's a little easier for me to fold it, which you'll see in this next step. So I typically make my bias strip a little longer than what I need it for, just because, you know, sometimes the fabric scrunches up or whatever, especially using knits. So it tends to work a little bit better for me. So now what I'm doing is just showing you what that looks like. Now I'm going to do this fold over method right here. I don't know the correct term for it, but basically what I'm doing is pushing in that 1/4 inch that I used, and I am double folding the excess that's left over. So if you are familiar with bias tape, then most of the bias tape that you find is already folded in. Now you can like sew this down, press this down if you want. However, I find that it just takes too much time, so I just figured out the best way to do it, and this method right here works perfectly fine for me. But again, you can iron down the sides like a 1/4 in if you want. I just choose not to, just for the sake of time management. But if it makes you more comfortable doing it that way, then you can do it that way. Alright, so right here I'm just doing the fold down method, and you're going to see me pin from the top to the bottom. And the reason why I am pinning it is because I want to make sure that when I sew the top stitch on the right side, that I catch the fabric that I'm folding under on the back side. So the only way for me to ensure that this happens the right way and I don't have to go back and do any seam ripping, I am going to just go ahead and be safe and pin it from the top to the bottom. Alright, so once I get it pinned, I'm going to go ahead and top stitch, basically like stitch in the ditch. But you're basically catching the fabric from the front on the back when you stitch it. And I hope that made sense when I just said it. So again, I'm using a regular stitch length here, just adjusting my camera a little bit so you guys can get a better view of what it is that I'm doing. But I am now about to stitch very closely to the ditch, which is the original seam line that I created when I sewed the first strip. Now I'm going to remove my pins because it kind of is a little rocky, but I've already, you know, did the pre-work to get it to do what I needed to do. So now you're just going to see me very, very swiftly sewing that top stitch, and I'm sewing it from the right side so that I can ensure that I have a very straight line once I finish sewing this. Alright, so I did a little back stitch, and then what I'm going to do is just cut that excess off. So this is basically what it looks like. Alright, so I did both ends. Y'all, this video was very short and sweet. I just really wanted you guys to see how easy it is to create your own bias tape. I typically don't buy bias tape because I like for my main fabric, like the bias tape fabric, to match the main fabric that I'm using on my garment. So I use this method for pretty much anything. This works really well for prom dresses, any type of specialty garments that you're doing that requires this type of closure. But I want you guys to see what it looks like on a mannequin. So this is the base of the dress that I'm working on for one of my clients, and then what I'm going to do here is just add a little applique so you guys can see what that part is going to look like as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And then until next time, stay happy, stay hungry, and stay blessed.